Okay, welcome to my studio again. I'm actually working just in the beginning stages of one of my favorite subjects, the cityscape. This here is a part of downtown Seattle, fairly close to Pioneer Square, right there on First Avenue, close to where the Popular Market is. So what I've done is just done an outline, sort of configuration of the photo I have here. Now I want to just kind of block in certain areas like where the building structures are, where the vehicles are, and a couple of people here, and sort of the street. So I'm gonna have at it right now. So going to like a neutral color or medium color like here. So let's go with this. Just definite strokes, not trying to be precise, detail oriented, because that's not where I'm at in the painting. So let's see right here, maybe, and then over here, I want to get this building over here color wise, sort of like that. And then there'll be, this is way up here, okay. Let's see. There you go, that's good. That's good. Like I said, I'm just blocking in now, so not really looking for detail and preciseness. Okay, let's get over here, get some of this same color, so like a red, yellow ochre. What else did I use with this in yellow? So to get this neutral color, this medium color. I like it. And even when I do the brush strokes, if I can, and hopefully I'm successful with it, just get the feeling or the stroke of the subject, if you will, like the buildings here. Um, your brush really lends you a hand in that. If you sort of let the brush be free, like it is in my hand right here, and not trying to be so, like that. And then when we stand off of this, not to get too close. That way you get better perspective as to what you're doing color-wise. Okay, I could probably nail this, it's like one of those buses. And this is a good color here too, so what I'm gonna do is get this bigger brush. This big brush I'm gonna really use really covers a lot of areas, so I don't have to be so nitpicky. So what I wanna do now, I've got some of this gray and that color that I just used. I'm going to combine it. A little bit of the blue and brown with it. And kind of go like here. Kind of go like this. So I kind of catch this streak from the distance like that. See that? A little bit too much thinner in there. I don't want to get too much of that in there. And it'll start to grip on you. See, I'm sort of getting the boxed in. And that's all I'm trying to do right now. So like right up here, just kind of that's nice. And my objective today is just to block in some colors, at least the majority of them. And then I'll have to come back and refine a little bit here and there, but that way I can know where I'm going in terms of my value and stuff and structure. During the cityscape, you kind of want to keep that in mind. Buildings go either one way or the other, of course, rectangular or horizontal. So we want to block that in as much as we can. So let's go over here and get some of this here. Furthest away is going to be lighter, so we want to keep that in mind too. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Really establish that. Sometimes I make a mistake in not creating that depth and distance. The further away you see an image, of course, in the horizon or the vanishing point, that's where it's going to be lighter, which makes sense because it's further away. And so that's what we're trying to do now. At least I'm trying to do now is do that. So let's maybe this part of the building is right there, block it in. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's try a little bit of this brown. There's brilliant blue and this, let's see, right here. I gotta catch this guy right here. Oh, that's good. Okay, up here, get some of this part of the structure right here. I'll paint right through these street lights because I'll come back and get that. Airline of the windows. Okay, it's a little dark in here, so we're just gonna kind of indicate that, especially right in here, in the foreground. Yeah, that's good. Now, even in this darker areas like I'm doing here in the foreground, I think I'll come back and lighten up some parts of it so to be able to define what it is, which is actually a walkway in here. If you've ever been in the market, you'll see that there's a newsstand right here on the corner, right there on First and Pike. So just thought I'd share that with you. Okay, let's get over here. This building here has these sort of windows, but we're going to indicate, so like I said, the brushstroke can help me indicate the difference of the windows. You can almost get that feeling right now, you can see it. And, that might be all I need to do there, but we'll see. See, as you can see now, you're already starting to get that sort of development of shapes, colors and depth and all that kind of stuff. And that's all we really want to do here, because once we get that down, then we can come back and get all the, you know, like I said, the details of whatever we need to get. That's gonna, because one of the things I, even as long as experience of artist I still make the mistake of being too impatient or trying to get to the finish line in such a hurry. Because I'm always in a hurry to see my finished product. So as a kid, I was always the same way. I'm a little bit more better now as an adult, but I still have that habit. But you know, as long as I can come back and stop myself, correct it, I'm okay. No harm, no foul, so to speak. And so, if you're an artist like me and you've gone through your trials and stuff like that, you know you run into that problem a lot. Okay, let's see if we can get this part where the reflection on the cars are going to be. Let's do some more yellow ochre. Get in there, get that, yep. With that, a little bit in the thinner just to break up the paint just a little bit. Yellow ochre with a little bit of the and yeah, that's a good color. Yeah. Always good to mix colors. I think that tends to really liven up your paintings and stuff. Okay, let's go right across here. And then we're gonna go here. This is gonna be, even though I've got the lines illustrating the cobblestones on the street here, but what I'm gonna do is do a light wash kind of over it to pick up some of these, like I said, the reflections that you'll see. That's all I'm doing this for. But I'll come back and get those lines back in and pick them up. Okay. One thing about when you start out painting, and I even, that's why I rush it sometimes, because it's a little muddy at first, a little kind of like, doesn't seem to have any direction. Just have faith in yourself. You know you're gonna get there. You have a plan, stick with it. Chances are you're probably gonna come out pretty good with your painting. And you keep practicing, and of course that makes a big difference. So we're gonna block in some dark here, and then we'll pick that up. That's some cobblestones, and you'll see that coming through. Yeah. More darker here with the brown. Right back in here, because it's a little bit closer to it. I don't talk that well, so it's time. Basically, it's better for me just to show you. Hopefully, you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Check the tape here in a second. Let me check the tape and make sure I am still recording. Okay. Yeah, looks good. Okay. All right. So let's get a little bit of this blue and purple right in here. We're gonna pick up that right there. That leads into this car. That's sort of that orange car. You'll see what I'm saying. Just like that. And like that. That line just created sort of the angle and direction of these cars. You can't see them now because they're kind of very fuzzily, like, if you will, boxed in, but I know where they are because of the photograph here. So I'm just trying to establish a space for them until I come back, like I said, later on and do more detail. So I'm just boxing in on the outside of them, if you will. Try to get the idea that there is something there, and then there's going to be a car there, and here, and right in here too. This big brush is getting a little too fussy, so I'm going to have to break it down and get a smaller one here in a minute. But right now, I want to just now watch what I'm going to do here in order to establish that street, the cobblestones in the direction. So I'm going to dip my brush a little thinner. I'm going to come back, get most of that thinner off. Like I said, I don't want to get too much, just enough to get some of that paint off. Dip a little bit of the white and ochre, yellow ochre, white, and a little bit of burnt sienna, not that much. And then let's because we want to get a light part. So get a little bit more white with ochre, and maybe just a little bit of blue. Yeah, just a little bit more. You'll see. Okay, what I'm going to do here now, I want to establish that, so I'm going to go actually do I see this here, and I see that here. And this is allowing me to, like I said, I've already got that darkness in there, but it's allowing me to be able to indicate that the direction of the cobblestone. It's hard to see it now, folks. This is the way I work. I just have to keep on, continuing on doing this boxing in and direction on all that kind of stuff. Hopefully that makes sense. And then once you've got that, then you can come back. I'll come back when I work on this again in the near future. So right here is where it's real light, because that light's coming through here. So we're gonna hit this again with a little bit of lightness and bring that all the way through, because that's where it is right here. So hopefully you're able to see something what I'm getting to this point, certain points, because I can definitely see it here. So just bear with me. I always say as you do your own art and painting, I look at a lot of stuff on YouTube. Like I'm getting ready to put mine on my own page on YouTube. I look at a lot of other artists because, you know, you can learn so much from every artist, I think, in a certain way, depending on their style. If it's similar to yours, or you just like their technique and stuff, or their methods. I guess that's a better way to put it. If their method is something that you can relate to, then that helps you to be able to get to a point where you already are, or just to kind of enhance where you want to go. Okay, so we're going to lighten this up here, because there's right up under there's a sort of a yellow bust there. That's where that little pinkish area, it'll turn yellow. I'll repaint it. Okay, and so on the sidewalk, there's a darkness, a little light and dark. So we'll establish this right away. And so, as you can see now, you see how that's boxing in and everything? That's what we're doing. And like right in here, maybe right in here, we're gonna go, That's a little too red. Come back a little bit more. Okay, that's all it up a little bit. So we're boxing in, that's all we're trying to do. This is there. This is right here. And there. Okay, let's get this further down. That's good. That's good. That's good. This here. Two different values of this sort of, I'm gonna call it kind of a peachy color that I put together. That's pretty good there. Okay, so as you see, we're already getting to that point. So now, what I'm going to do here, just finish off in here, and then I'm going to get that sky back there. Before I do that, let's do this. Let's take some of this brilliant blue and burnt umber, and a little bit of the yellow ochre. Let's see if that's good. Yeah, that's good. And we're going to get this building here. Here. Yeah, that's good. So box it in, box it in. That's all we're going to do it for right now. Come in here and get this little streak here. Okay, and over here. Okay, so we're going to lighten this up sort of a grayish, cool gray. That would be like a little bit of a brown, blue, and white. I'll show you here. Yeah, I got it. It's on my palette. You know you guys can't see it, but here it is. Watch this. Bam. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Okay, and then we're going to come and do just go one bit like this. We'll go right over that, some of that brown, but it tends to give you that feeling. I got right there, perfect. And then we'll just kind of hit that here, and go down again, and again. See, these create these windows that are on this particular structure. there's a little darkness as you know, part of the shade, the trimming of the window. Now, at some point, I should be